Hello people, blog time. It's Thursday now, Thursday afternoon it is. No more carp last night, but well pleased to get that one. Absolutely beautiful fish, absolutely gorgeous fish. Perfect condition, very small mouth on it though, really small mouth. In the end it weighed, I think it was £12.11. It looked a lot bigger though, but well pleased to get that. And I caught that on the left hand rod, over here. Let's have a look. Over here, fishing just off of the reeds and just off of this bank, right in the margin. Fishing in about 3 foot of water. That's where I had that bream from, and I had the carp. So well pleased. First time here and I've had a fish out. So made up for blanking at mallard at bluebell. And then the other rod I had down here last night on this area where I showed you, and I had a funny pickle, but I think it was a pike, and that was when the bailiff was here. And there's that much crap in here now. I've moved my rig back over to here because I've seen a fish, I heard a fish bosh out last night here, and then I've seen it bosh out again this morning about 9 o'clock, and there's been activity around here all day. So I've gone back to the spot that I was fishing originally. But instead of putting a bag out there, I haven't put a bag out there. I've put a boiler rig out there. Same rig as what I've got. No, it isn't. Sorry, I've got a liner with a stiff hook link with a break just before the hook, and then I've got a snowman set up on. I've got a crave bottom boiler and a Nash liver and garlic topper, little 10mm, 12mm topper. I've got the same on the other rod as well. And then I've put a handful of boilies out again, over both rods. And after I had them fish last night, the bream, once I'd had that bream last night, I put another handful of bait out, and then I had the carp within half an hour having the bream. So I put another handful of bait out. So what I've done is I've took my rods out about 11 o'clock, rested the swim for an hour while I took the dog for a walk around the pond, and then sorted my rigs out, got my rigs back in so I know the spot on. Got some more, but like I say, put some boilies around them, and then that's it. I'm just going to leave them like I did yesterday, because I don't think this place is a day water for the carp. They're milling about in the day, but I don't think they're in the edges as much, in the margins as much in the daytime as what they are at night time. When I had a walk around, I seen a big common as well this morning, right over the far side. I'd seen it bash out, and then within half a minute it bashed out again. That looked a good fish, that did. Looked about 24, 25 pound, really dark as well. Really nice fish though. But you said shadows, what I've seen and that, what I think is carp, seem to be more in the middle of the water in the daytime. So maybe next time I might bait my margins up and leave them in the daytime, and move my rods into the middle of the water and just put single pop-ups on, or zigs in different places, and see if I can pick a fish up like that. And then obviously go back onto my margin spots at night time. But I think with this place you've got to get right in the margin, you know, right next to where the reeds are and that. You don't want to be any more than half a rod length off of him, I don't think, because then you're dropping into the deeper water. Seem to be up on that marginal shelf. So like I say, they're in place, and then just see how it goes tonight. So fingers crossed, hopefully I'll get another one. I'd love it if I could get another one. I'd love it if I got one of the big ones. But the big ones so far, what I've seen Bosch out and heard, seem to be right down that other end. Right over here, along here. And then like I say, I've seen one big one out where I got the other rod. So at the end of the day, we'll just have to wait and see. There's another bloke coming, he's fishing over the other side of the lake. I don't know if he's like match type fishing or what, I don't know. And the fishing dog there, fast on, look, with a cover over her. She seems really tired today. I think it's with me being up and down last night. And last night it was horrendous. Oh my god, I went to bed about 10 o'clock and woke up about 2:15 with a wind. Wind, oh, you've never heard wind like it. I thought these trees behind me were going to bloody end up coming down on the bivvy. There was that much leaves and crap coming off the trees hitting the bivvy and the van. Unbelievable. I mean, the bivvy this morning was absolutely covered in leaves. It's not now. It's not now. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to put them pop-ups away, look. But all these trees at the back here, look. There's some big ones. All these were blowing about like mad. I mean, look at the leaves on the van. So a lot of them's blown off now, but it's covered in them, look. Absolutely covered in them. But at the end of the day, that storm what we had last night, that's what kicked the fish off. I just knew when I woke up and heard that wind, I thought I'm definitely going to get a fish in this. And then it started hammering it down with rain. And then I had that bream, got that bream back, and like I say, half an hour later I had the carp, and that was in the stormy weather. The stormy wet weather. By the time I finished messing about photographing and stuff like that, got that carp back, got it back in the water. The wind and the rain and that had eased off then, and then it just went quiet. So I must have got back into bed about 5:30 or something. 6:20. And I tried to get to sleep, but I was dozing. Then I got up about 8 o'clock, I think it was. So I've had a bit of a lie-in. Well, I say a lie-in, I was up most of the night anyway. So, but buzzing with that fish, absolutely buzzing. So I've got one of my rods on the German rig. I have. Let's sit down so I can drink my cup of lovely tea, Tesco's tea, cheap and cheerful. Yeah, like I say, I did have liner on my left hand rod, but I had a pickup, I had a bleep, and I'd been done the other morning, so I wanted something with a bit more movement in, so I've tried the German rig, and it works really well. I mean, I had that bream and that carp on it, so I think that's the rig from now on. If the fish are a bit wary, a bit cagey in that, at feeding, that's what I'll use, that little bit more movement in it than the liner rig. Works really well, it does, but I'm going to have to do a bit more experimenting with it, to be honest with you. You know, like with double boilies on it and stuff, you know, different baits on it, and just see how I get on with it. I've got my right hand rod on a liner, but I've shortened both the rigs down, because when I've had that funny occurrences on both rods, since then I've shortened both the rigs down, and that's made a difference as well. And I've upped the lead size as well, so I've got 3-ounce leads on both of the rods now. I was talking to the bailiff about it last night, and he was saying, you know, you see people were like using 1.5-ounce leads and that, it's not enough to nail them, and I agree with him, to be honest with you. That's why I've got 3-ounce leads on. So Even when I was casting the bags out, I had a 2.5 ounce lead in, but then I switched over to a 3.5 ounce lead in them. I think if the fish are wary, a bit wary, and they're older fish like these, I think you can't leave anything to chance. You've got to have enough weight there, you've got to have the right rig on, there's got to be plenty of movement in it. You know, you need a short rig. You've got to, as soon as they pick it up and suck it in, it needs to be nailing them straight away. I think if you give them a chance on it to get away with it, they'll get away with it. It's that type of a water, to be honest with you. So, but that's it. I'll do tonight and then off home tomorrow. I'm definitely coming back here. Definitely. It's a lovely place. I really like it. I mean, me and the bailiff get on really well. I was talking to him last night. Must have been talking to each other for 2 hours on about absolutely everything. You know, to do with baits, to do with fishing, what jobs we do. It was really good. I enjoyed it actually. He's a nice lad. So at least I've got another place that I can come now, and I know that I'm safe, and I know I can have the old fishing dog down there. He's fast asleep snoring. I don't know if you can hear her. But anyway, I'm going to sign off now and save some of this battery on the camera, so otherwise I'm going to have to put it on charge again. But I don't know what's going to happen, because I tried to edit all the stuff together last time and it didn't work. The app that I've got on my phone won't allow me to put film out without charging me. So it'll allow me to put pictures out edited with music and stuff. When I try and do film, even half an hour of film, they just won't let me do it. They want bloody dosh out of you. So what I'm going to have to try and do is find another one on my phone, or try and get one for my sister's PC and try and do it on there. I've got to get my head around it all, but if I can't do it, the videos will have to go out in little short ones again. That's all I can do for now. At the end of the day, I'll get it all sorted out eventually. As long as I keep getting the films out there for you, it makes me happy and it keeps everybody out there happy as well. Right, I shall catch you later, people. Catch you later, tight lines.